In today's episode, we're going to talk about empowerment and self-empowerment. So I want to ask you a question. Do you feel empowered at home? Do you feel empowered at work? Do you feel empowered in your business or anything like that? What you really need to think of is, if you don't feel empowered, you've got to kind of rein it in and think why. So to feel self-empowered, you've got to live it, you've got to feel it, you've got to breathe it. It's all in there but it's different for each individual, and that's what you've got to remember. You're not like me, I'm not like you, you're not like your neighbour, and so on and so on. So, and it also with self-empowerment, it can't be done overnight either. It's a self-progression thing. And it's also, you've got to get a momentum there going. So it can't be like, right, I'm going to turn on the self-empowerment button today and here we go and that's it. It really, it doesn't work like that. So what I want you to do is think, just because you see someone self-empowered doesn't mean that you should feel bad about yourself, doesn't mean you should put yourself down. There's lots and lots of people who feel self-empowered one day and then don't the next. And then there's people who feel self-empowered and empower other people every single day. But we are individual, we are all different, so don't think negatively of yourself and put yourself down, because that's not what we're doing here. So whether you're at home, you're working in your job, you're looking after your children, you're working within your business, you want to give your best to the world. Always give your best. If you can give your best at everything, even if you feel unwell, but you're thinking, actually I've got to do this one thing today, give 100% to that one thing that you're doing that day, and then turn everything off, switch everything off, because you are unwell, you don't feel well. But it's a bit like an Olympian when they're training, and even a boxer, footballer, rugby player, whatever, and I'm using sports as an example, they give 100% even when they're training on the track. If they're doing the long jump or the high jump or whatever, they have to give 100%. Their coaches, won't be impressed if they don't give 100%. And that everyone who wins gold, silver, bronze, or even if they miss out on a medal, or even don't even get a medal, they've all given 100%. And as long as in your heart you can actually commend yourself and say, yes, I've actually given 100%, then you're empowering yourself and you can give out to a lot of other people as well. It will build your self-confidence and your self-esteem, and it'll make you feel amazing if the one thing that you can focus on is trying to improve your empowerment within yourself. So your self-empowerment, it will, if you're giving out confidence and your aura is giving out confidence, and you're more lively, you're more optimistic, you're more confident, you're more positive, it's that knock-on effect, it's that ripple effect that I call it. It's kind of everyone will see around you, everyone you hang out with, everyone you mix with, everyone you network with, when you're on the phone, you can tell straight away in someone's tone of voice whether they are having a good day, bad day, whatever. And all I can say with self-empowerment and actually really focusing and zoning in on yourself with the self-empowerment is really put everything into it, because then you're going to see everything positive within your business, in your life and everything else. And then again, it is the ripple effect. So if you don't feel empowered within certain aspects of your life, don't, as I said previously, don't think negatively of yourself, don't put yourself down, and you don't want that, you don't want to feel bad. And if you work within a company, it's absolutely amazing, and you'll know the difference between if you've been with different companies, the company that updates their staff on everything that's happening. They go on team building weekends or a team building day, or they actually motivate and empower them within the work environment, within the meetings. There's a buzz going on within the meeting, compared to the company that, should we say, doesn't do that. That's the safest I can say. But you know, if you are updated on everything going on in the company, and you are given the role of, say, you're the manager and you're dishing out down the ranks within the business, if you update everybody, they're going to feel empowered. They're going to feel as though they have a certain, you know, level of respect and a level of authority. They're going to give it out, so to their whoever's under them, but also your clients, your customers. People are going to want to come back to you, because you can walk in, for example, a supermarket, and you can see straight away within the staff. I can see straight away whether they are doing the job, whether they are empowering the staff, whether the staff are so motivated to be in that supermarket. You can see straight away. If you ask someone and say, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, where are the, you know, the beans or the milk or, you know, the stationery or whatever, you can tell straight away whether they go, oh, you know, or whether they actually go, yes, it's okay. They put whatever they're doing down, and they actually either A, tell you, or B, physically take you to the item that you're after. And you can tell within their aura, their responses, their body language, their tone of voice, everything, whether there's a self-empowerment, whether there's an empowerment thing going on within the supermarket, within the company, or whatever. So I have a few steps for you. I have 6 steps for you regarding self-empowerment. So number 1 is to get clarity on your own personal aims and objectives, because as soon as you've got them in place, you can then go further forward within the next 5 steps. Step 2 is to be honest with yourself about your strengths and weaknesses. Not everyone can be good at everything. We're not all good at absolutely everything. You know, we're not Wonder Woman or Superman, you know what I mean? So yeah, you're going to have skills that other people won't have. You're going to be, you know, there's some people who are amazing at tech stuff like computers and HTML and all that, and other people aren't. That doesn't mean they're any better than you. It's just they've got a different skill set to you. So really, really hone in and get clear on what you're good at and what you're not good at, because strengths and weaknesses kind of, they kind of counteract with one another in a way. Step 3 is to give yourself permission to be self-empowered. That's the first one. You need to give yourself permission. A lot of us nowadays, we need permission. Not only off other people, but it's great if you can actually give yourself permission. And a lot of people can't do that. And a lot of people can't, you know, kind of accept that. You know, you got to step back and you have to give yourself permission to do certain things in life. And when you give yourself permission, you've raised the bar just a little bit with yourself. Step 4. Do not give yourself a hard time about it either. And don't give yourself a hard time about what stopped you in the past from moving further forward or anything like that. My main mantra for everything in life and business is keep going always. But don't beat yourself up about what's gone on in the past. You know what? You can't rewind time. Life cannot be paused like the television and rewound and edited and things like that. It cannot be done. So do not give yourself a hard time about anything. Step 5 is to think and act self-empowered all the time, because then you're raising the bar on yourself. So you're giving yourself a permission to be self-empowered, and then you're thinking and acting self-empowered in every single level, in every single gradient, in every single day that you have. And then you're gonna raise your self-esteem, raise your self-confidence. You're going to give off this aura, as I mentioned previously, about, everyone around you is going to notice that you're feeling more confident, and you're not being cocky, but you're being more confident and things. So, raising your self-confidence, raising your self-esteem, and being so empowered within yourself is so great for the soul. and it's great for the heart, and it's great for the head, and it's great for everyone around you, because then you're going to give off positivity and everything. And step 6 is listen to yourself. You got to listen to yourself. We're the biggest critics about anything, aren't we? Our brain, we are the person who puts ourselves down. We don't need anyone else to do it. We can do that ourselves. But you need to listen to yourself and know that, you can be self-empowered, you can raise your self-esteem and everything else. So I will just recap that, if you're not being self-empowered and you don't feel self-empowered every day, just do that one little step towards self-empowerment and then go through the 6 steps. So I have a question for you. So what situations have left you feeling disempowered or self-empowered? And then also what I want you to do is think about what steps out of the 6 I've just mentioned are you going to work on. Just do 1 a week if that's what it takes, if that's what you want to do. You can contact me, let me know. I'd love to hear from you about what steps you're doing, what you're working towards with your self-empowerment. So I look forward to hearing from you shortly.